I have two quotes for you today. When I truly understood these quotes, everything in my life changed. It put me on a completely new path in my life. It had my approach to, personal development and myself and my whole outlook on myself and my life and what I'm capable of. It dramatically changed everything. What I want to do is I want to share these quotes with you. And what my hope is that it actually puts you on a completely different path in your life, as far as personal development and as far as just like how you perceive yourself. So I was actually sitting on a couch that's right there. It's just about 3 years ago. And I had a massive epiphany. And I was fled with emotions. I think I teared up and my outlook on myself completely changed. And it involved these two quotes. The first quote is, "For all the time that you are trying to fix, change, and improve yourself with self-help, you are simultaneously telling yourself that you are somebody who needs to be fixed, changed, or improved." So what does that first quote mean? It means the approach that people take. I did self-help for 8 years, every single day. And each day I hustled. I was reading books. I was going to live seminars. I was doing affirmations. I was reviewing my goals. I was journaling. I was looking at a vision board, everything. And I had this idea in my mind that there is something about myself that just wasn't enough. I had to be fixed, changed, or improved in one way or another. The thing is, I did that daily. And did I see progress? Yes. I saw some sort of progress. I definitely got a little bit more confident. My outlook changed a little bit. I started believing in myself a little bit more, but it was a struggle. And personal development, you developing as a person, it happens in an instant, right? Just like that epiphany I had, it happens in a snap of a finger. It does not take 8 years. The reason why it took 8 years for me to get almost nowhere, right? 8 years, was because for all of the time that I was trying to fix, change, and improve myself, I was simultaneously telling myself that I was somebody who needs to be fixed, changed, or improved. I was telling myself that I was somebody who needs to be fixed, changed, and improved. I want you to ask yourself, do you do personal development? Even if you don't, do you believe that there is something about you that needs to be fixed, changed, or improved? I want you to know that no matter how much personal development you do, all that you need to do is realize that that belief, those thoughts that arise that are telling you that something about you needs to be fixed, changed, or improved, that is all that needs dealt with. That does not involve personal development. It does not involve you cracking open a book. It does not involve you saying affirmations. You are perceiving yourself in a way that's making you feel a certain way. There's nothing more than that. So when I sat on that couch and I had an epiphany that on that route that I was taking, as far as like me doing self-help every single day, it was impossible, literally impossible for me to ever feel whole and to feel like I was enough. It was impossible. It would never happen if I continued on that route, because the approach in and of itself was what was making me feel less than. I want you to think about that. And then I want to tie in this second quote, which is, everybody wants to be happy, but barely anybody realizes that the only time they can be happy is now. Everybody wants to be happy. Barely anybody realizes that the only time they can be happy is now. So what does this mean? This ties in with the first quote, because if you're trying to fix, change, and improve yourself with self-help and you are feeling like you are incomplete, you're not good enough, right? You are trying to do something with self-help so that you can feel a certain way in the future, right? You're trying to read that book so that sometime in the future, you'll feel better. Okay, again, the second quote, everybody wants to be happy. Basically, nobody realizes that the only time you can ever be happy is now. What does that mean? When have you ever been in your future? I want you to think about it, right? You say, well, it was this month and now it's next month and, I'm in this month. You are always in this present moment. Our minds create this concept of time about past and future. We remember the past. We try to recall it. Even that is not very crystal clear. We try to predict, imagine the future. Whenever we do that, right? Past and future is in our minds, right? That is occurring within the present moment. So you're always within your present moment. Maybe you're thinking about the past or the future, but you're always here. So this idea about trying to fix yourself or improve yourself so that at some point in the future, you can feel better. Again, it's the approach in and of itself that is making you feel less than. There's nothing wrong with you. There's no issue. There's not even an issue with you thinking this way about yourself. Like, it's normal for people to focus on problems or focus on what they perceive of as a problem, right? All the problems we're creating are in our mind too, basically, unless we physically in our environment, we have a problem. Still, we're perceiving it as a problem. But what I want to leave you with today is just the notion that if you are trying to fix, change, and improve yourself so that in the future you can feel whole, powerful, and at peace, I want you to just look. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. Just realize these two quotes and how they sort of conflict with your actual end goal here. And maybe, just maybe, realize that you need to take a different approach. That approach is, that's what my program's for. But basically, what I want to get through to you is that there's nothing wrong with you. You may be thinking certain thoughts that there's something wrong with you. You may be thinking thoughts about maybe, you lack in some areas, and nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you for thinking about it. It's just that we think these thoughts and then we identify with them and we believe them, and that it's not an issue. It's just something that needs to be seen differently, right? It doesn't need changed, it doesn't need improved, it just needs to be seen differently. So I hope that made sense. I hope that maybe it just allows you to see that there's a different approach here, right? So if you have any questions about this, please comment. I would really appreciate it. If you would like this video, subscribe, share it, whatever you want to do. It helps the YouTube algorithm. I'm just trying to get in front of as many people as possible. I really hope that this helped you. If you want to recommend, since I'm just in the beginning of this, if you want to recommend some video ideas that you specifically want to hear, please leave a comment and let me know. I really appreciate you for watching. I hope this made sense. I hope it helped. Have an amazing day. You are amazing how you are. I really want you to be able to start to see that. Take care.